ebben a csodálatos pillanatban, és itt vagytok velem. Guten Morgen auch an das riesige deutschsprachige Publikum. Hier und auch zu Hause, die ihr jetzt digital bei uns seid. Ich freue mich, dass ihr mit mir gemeinsam hier seid. And good morning to all of you here at this wonderful place, in this wonderful country, with so many people who are here for the same reasons in their heart. And if we talk about feelings and the heart, there is one particular oil which is very dear to my mom. And my mom is here today in this audition. So I would like to share with you today this oil, which is very special to me because it has been so beneficial to her. And this oil is Copaiba. The Copaiba essential oil, as we know, was introduced at the 2017 convention with a lot of excitement and for a good reason. And I would like to share with you today why I am so excited and so in love with this oil. The Copaiba essential oil is obtained by steam distillation of the resin collected from 4 different species of Copaiba trees. And all 4 of these wonderful, gorgeous, up to 18-meter high trees are native to Central and South America. And for centuries, the South Americans have used the Copaiba resin to promote the health of the respiratory, the digestive, the urinary, the cardiovascular, and the immune system. And as reported by the first European settlers of Central and South America, the indigenous American Indians utilized the soothing properties of this oil by applying it both to their newborns and their warriors. They applied it to their newborns when they were restless and sad, and they welcome back home their warriors after a long battle and give them the feeling of being enveloped and a feeling of peace and connectedness to their family and their community. So this calming and soothing effect of Copaiba is already known in a lot of researchers, and also the pleasant and woody scent is highly valued in the perfume industry. But what is it that gives Copaiba such incredible attributes? So let's have a look at the number of the bottom of the bottle and then ask thirsty.com. I don't know any other company in the world that provides that much information at the bottom of every bottle. And we can see here the chromatogram and the peak report that we have 59 components in one bottle of Copaiba. Yes, we have one ingredient which is the heart of this oil, but we have a lot of other ingredients with so many wonderful benefits. But it is the complexity and the combination of these components that makes Copaiba so effective. One component alone is not so powerful than all of them together. So let's have a look at these fascinating ingredients. And today I don't have the time to show you all of them, but I would like to focus just on the main components. And here we have the 8 constituents with the highest peaks, which covers over 80% of all the ingredients. And for sure, with up to 65%, beta-caryophyllene is the heart of Copaiba. And beta-caryophyllene is a cannabinoid, and it is a CB2 cannabinoid. and it has anti-inflammatory properties. But why? We have to understand at first a little bit how our body is working. So we have to talk about the endocannabinoid system. Let's talk about the endocannabinoid system. This is a signalic central receptor network system affecting a variety of biological processes. It is how the communication in our body works. Our output molecules, known as endocannabinoids, bind to special cannabinoid receptors. And there are three classes of these cannabinoids. First, we have the endocannabinoids. They are produced naturally by the human body. The primary function of these endocannabinoids is to modulate the normal physiological functions in our body. Then we have the synthetic cannabinoids. These are found in certain pharmaceutical products, and most of them are agonists of the endocannabinoid system. And then finally, we have the phytocannabinoids. And the phytocannabinoids also bind to the cannabinoid receptors in our body, and they fit in these receptors like a key in the lock. But they are pharmacologically vary greatly in their chemical structure, and they are produced by plants like cannabis or like Copaiba. By definition, a cannabinoid is any molecule that acts on one or both of the currently identified cannabinoid receptors. We have discovered CB1 and CB2 so far, but there are a lot of more receptors in this gorgeous endocannabinoid system. These two receptors produce significantly different physiological responses when they are activated. The CB1 we mainly found in our nerve cells, in the cerebellum, in our peripheral nervous system. And his activation, caused by THC or other similar cannabinoids, results in a psychoactive high. Otherwise, the CB2 is mainly found in our immune system. It's found in our skin, in our cells involved in the bone formation or the breakdown. So the CB2 receptor is protecting our body. It is protecting us. It is our protector receptor. So the CB2 activation by beta-caryophyllene includes supporting a healthy inflammatory response and a positively affecting mood without psychoactive side effects. And that's because of two reasons. First, it reacts directly with the CB2 receptor, and it interacts only with the CB2 receptor and not with the CB1. So we have no intoxication effects, and it cannot cause a positive drug test. But we have more interesting components in our oil. So here we have alpha-humulene or alpha-caryophyllene. And alpha-caryophyllene is also a cannabis terpene, and it's an isomer from beta-caryophyllene. It is also one of the components of the essential oil from the flowering cone of the hops plant. And its reaction products in the brewing process give so many beers his hoppy aroma. In laboratory studies, we could see that alpha-caryophyllene is studied for a potential anti-inflammatory effects. And in 2015, researchers in Brazil identified alpha-caryophyllene as an active contributor to the insect repellent properties, specifically against the yellow fever mosquito Aedes aegypti. The second most common component after beta-caryophyllene is alpha-copain, with up to 16% in our essential oil. And this ingredient is of economic importance because it is a powerful attractor of an agricultural pest, the Mediterranean fruit fly, Keratitis capitata. But it has also anti-proliferative and also antioxidative properties. The next compound is trans-alpha-bergamotein with up to 10% in our Copaiba oil. And the bergamoteins are also pheromones for some insects. Maybe not only for insects, but for sure for wasps, and in a more complex relationship with the tobacco hawk moth. And this is so interesting because the tobacco plant emits at night alpha-trans-bergamotein from its flowers to attract this moth as a pollinator. But however, during daytime, the leaves also produce alpha-trans-bergamotein to lure predatory insects to feed on any larvae and eggs that the pollinator may have produced at his place. And then I would like to show you the 4 last components I would like to introduce to you. And first, this is beta-bisabolane. And beta-bisabolane is a really great skin ingredient. And it has a gorgeous, balmy scent. You can smell it in the bergamot oil because this ingredient is in a higher concentration in the bergamot oil. And interesting is that hermandulcine is derived from bisabolane. And hermandulcine is a natural sweetener, 1,000 times sweeter than sucrose. Second, we have gamma-green D. And this ingredient has 5 isomers, and in a significant dose, it has narcotic effects. And aromatherapy that involves this component can boost our mood and can give us feelings of euphoria and happiness. And why it is like it is? It is because researchers have found that inhaling this gamma-green tea can increase the amount of oxytocin in a person's saliva. And oxytocin is a hormone that we are producing in our body in our, let's say, most emotional and most intense moments. And also when we're breastfeeding a baby. So gamma-green tea contains anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal properties, making it great for a topical application onto cuts, scrapes, or wounds. Third, we have delta-catinane, and you find this ingredient also in propolis. And propolis from the bees promotes also the wound healing, and it's a natural antibiotic. You can use it as a brush or hair ointment, as a torsoil. But for me, it's so interesting to know that it is active against Streptococcus pneumoniae. And it has hormonal effects. And that's because it has a steroid character which induces apoptosis in ovarian cells. And the last component is alpha-hubebane. And this volatile oil, which a really gorgeous green or blue-yellow color, has a warm, woody and slightly camphorish odor. And it's also responsible for the unique scent of our Copaiba oil. So let me say in summary, these ingredients are altogether responsible for the powerful properties of Copaiba. We can use Copaiba in so many different application ways, but it can support our uterine health, ease menstruation, support the biochemical processes of pain relief, support the endocannabinoid system with all the great benefits, support anti-inflammation in our body, and it's positively affecting our our mood without having psychoactive side effects. So it's also a great skin oil promoting cellular health, and it speeds up the healing of wounds. So Copaiba is an untamed, natural substance that can support the health of a number of body systems and makes a wonderful addition to the doTERRA collection of essential oils. So my recommendation for you is use this wonderful Copaiba oil in combination with the products you love and you need, your favorite and important health or beauty products, and it will optimally support and enhance their effect. It was a pleasure to be with you. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful event and